on this computer. All right, welcome Fellowship Asheville to our ConvoCast, where we hope to inspire you with stories of what God is doing in and through the people of Fellowship Asheville. And this is yet again another bonus episode where we get to introduce you to someone in our congregation who is stepping into an office of servant leadership, and that is Keith Pack, who is with us, who is in the process of becoming a deacon. And so he is a deacon candidate right now. And a little bit about a deacon and what a deacon is here at Fellowship. We see scripturally that deacons are servants, and they are servants who lead other servants. And they do that under the authority and to the help of the elders and also the staff in our context. They're under the authority of the elders, but they do help serve along with the staff. And the process of that is real simple. Someone nominates someone to be a deacon. The elders get to weigh in on that, get to interview this person. And if all goes well, we stand that person up in front of the congregation to for you to weigh in if there's a reason that you think they shouldn't serve as a deacon because you know something about them that we don't. That's part of that process. And then after that, they are approved. And also kind of at the beginning, we have a book that we do that's about deacons. It's a real thin book, but it's pretty packed about what deacons are and the role of the deacon and stuff. And so that they get to read that and as they pray about stepping into this role. So it's great fun. And so we have Keith Pack with us today. And so Keith, I'd love for folks to get to know you. So describe a little bit about who you are.
Sure. So as Fred said, I'm Keith Pack. I am married to Heather. We are getting ready to, we're going to be celebrating our 15-year wedding anniversary in April. So it's coming up pretty quick.
Congratulations.
We have 2 kids, Jocelyn and Aiden. Jocelyn is 11, Aiden's 10. So they're balls of joy. We're blessed to have them. Currently I'm working at United Federal Credit Union. I've been in the banking industry for about 14 years. Took a little bit of a hiatus and started working at the Billy Graham Training Center at the Cove. I was there for about 6 years serving as an operations coordinator with them, but I just ended up going back to banking. But that's kind of where I'm at currently.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious, what's the anniversary date in April?
April 4th.
Oh, my birthday's April 3rd. So let's throw a party.
That's right.
Yeah. That's fun. All right. Well, Keith, what's something most people don't know about you?
So it doesn't come up a lot, but I used to do a lot of theater in high school. And I did a little bit of community theater when I got into college. I will say that I'm best known for my role in the movie 28 Days with Sandra Bullock. I served as an extra in that movie. So that's
Didn't
probably,
you see yourself?
Yeah. It's just one little part, but yeah, you can see me walking down the back or the street. So,
well, I do remember the movie. I don't remember your cameo in it, but I do remember the movie. I too have been an extra in a movie, and I am just a blur is all I am in the movie. But that's really cool. That's very cool. All right, so you're in the process of joining the deacon team. You will serve as a deacon of congregational care, particularly helping the benevolence team with benevolence issues as they come up for people in the church primarily, but also if it's someone in the community that needs maybe a little bit more long-term care. And so that's part of it too. And this final phase is letting the congregation weigh in. So my question to you is, how did God lead you to say yes to this role of service?
So I have a heart for people. And I have a heart for serving. I do feel like serving is one of my spiritual gifts. And I had been praying even before this role presented itself that God would just kind of lead me into what he wanted me to do and how he wanted me to serve. So when I was asked if I would be interested, I immediately I was interested. But I did go into prayer. Heather and I both were praying, and I just felt like God was telling me that this is what he wants and how he wants me to use my gifts.
That's great. And just so listeners know, Heather serves in FSM. She serves with the
Yes.
students. So if that name sounds familiar, if you've got a student, that's why she's one of the volunteer leaders in there. Any surprises about this process of becoming a deacon?
I don't feel like there was any surprises. It was nice to be able to. You had mentioned the book that we kind of
Hmm.
read in or dove into. It was nice to kind of see the difference between deacon and elder and how that actually plays out in the church. So I wouldn't say it was a surprise, but it was that was nice to see.
Yeah, and just so listeners know, the way we see that is deacons are they're servant leaders, where elders lead and oversee the entire congregation, and so they're two very important but distinctive roles of service in the church. I'll say. Full confession here. The biggest surprise to me was I was so excited about you becoming a deacon that I just skipped over like half the process.
Yeah.
Like this for instance, just so everybody knows, what's fun is fun may not be the right word, but the elders have already voted Keith in as a deacon, and then after the elders voted, one of the elders emailed and said, "Hey, isn't there a process? Like, doesn't the congregation weigh in on this?" So
Yeah.
we had to like rewind the clock a little bit and be like, "Oh, okay, let's take a few steps back and follow the process." So it
Right.
was a surprise for me. There were plenty of surprises in
Yeah.
this process for me, although I've done this before. What have you enjoyed most about your time here at Fellowship?
Um, just honestly diving into community. When Heather and I were seeking a new place to worship, that was one of the big things that we had a very close growth group or life group, whatever you want to call them.
Mhm.
So it was a little bit sad leaving that group, but we were all kind of going our different directions anyway, and God had laid on our heart it was time to look for different place for us to be. So the biggest thing that we've enjoyed the most so far is just immersing ourselves in the community at Fellowship.
So, with that, if you could describe Fellowship in one word, what would it be?
Family. That's what it's felt like from day one,
Hmm.
which we've
Really?
really appreciated about being at Fellowship.
That's really cool to hear, because that's what we hope. We hope people, if this is the place that God would have them grow and serve, that they would feel connected here, and it would feel like family. So that's really good to hear
Yeah.
that's the word that you pulled together. Well, anything else you'd like people to know about you?
Not anything off the top of my head. I'm
Okay.
willing to share whatever anybody wants to hear, but nothing's coming to mind.
Okay. Well, church, this is Keith, and if you haven't met him, introduce yourself on a Sunday or whenever you see him out and about, and get to know him. He's a great guy, a very servant heart, a very pastoral heart too, which is why I'm excited to see him serve in this role of deacon with the congregation, with the congregational care. And so if you've enjoyed this ConvoCast and you want to see more content like this from us, hit like and subscribe, and that's we'll let you know when we do these. Lord willing, this will be part of this transformational process for our church as we get to know each other and grow to be more like family. And so thanks for watching. Keith, thanks for stepping into this role in church. I
Absolutely.
love you, and I love being the church with you. Bye, y'all.
Bye.